Right, hello everyone, and welcome back to Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Let's see, last episode we helped Keeper Lanzo with his toothache, but let me check out what were the other things we were supposed to do, because it's been a few days. Okay, so report Quartermaster Fergus, okay. Um, okay, this is Caradoc, World to Win. Okay, unforgettable. Okay, we should find a husband, maybe. The prior, okay. Should talk to the prior as well. Kill the man, I remember that quest. Smuggler's Bay. Osbrief. Innkeeper in the village, okay. Right. Okay. Let's see. We've already spoken with this guy. What is this place though? Oh, this is his quarters. All right. Let's go to the blacksmith and see whether we can get our hands on some better equipment. Hello?
Oi, friend. A question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting.
Oh my god.
It's good to see a new face in this sad hole. Oh, of course, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbreet, the local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blades sharpened?
So you don't get many visitors.
Not really. Especially since we went into a lockdown a while ago. People used to come and go. Now and then a ship would make a stop at the village below, but nobody's really come around since. Well, since the entire shit show that's going down everywhere. Now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. What'd you do? Who did you bribe?
Well, I have this pin.
Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you.
So you recognize it.
Of course I do. Those pins are peak craftsmanship, and very rare at that. We only gave them out on Camelot's orders. But when I look at you, well, it's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to beat a knight. And even if you found one already dead, you'd sooner nick his armor than a pin you knew nothing about. Either way, good for you.
Right, so you mentioned you're in lockdown.
Yeah. After we lost two squads trying to take back the All-Mother's Temple from the Dalrita, our captain decided that nobody leaves the Horns. Then, he shut himself in his office, without leaving us any orders. Fergus is trying to keep the lads occupied, but... just look around. Half of the people here are losing their minds, and the rest are losing their wages on drink.
Right, so you said there's a shit show going on everywhere. What do you mean?
Sometimes I wonder, how many things can go wrong at the same time? They say that misery loves company, but here, it's like we've done something to anger the gods, and they're taking their sweet revenge. First, we started hearing that the weirdness was spreading near Grubwood. Soon after that, we saw waves of bandits approaching from there. Desperate people. They took a lot of our territory. Then, the Dalrita tribes took over the All-Mother's Temple. And after that, the supply chains from Camelot collapsed for some reason. And so on and so forth. We're in quite a pickle, my friend. We've started betting on what's going to happen next. Sea monsters? Who knows?
So that weirdness started spreading near Gribwood.
Yes. That damn forest north of here was already cursed and creepy. But now, I've heard it's an entirely different level of crazy. They say that some men here started going dark up north. With that, the weirdness started moving. And when the weirdness gets here, well, we're fucked. But you know that. Every child has heard the stories.
I just arrived here. Tell me more about those bandits.
Truth be told, most of them are just people desperate to survive. When the villages started dying out because of the weirdness, hunger, or raids, they lost their livelihoods, ended up with nothing to their names, and nowhere to go. So they banded together and started raiding whatever was left. Then they turned to killing each other. They're like rabid wolves. Too bad they're here now, too.
I wonder if I can join them. So the Delriata took over the All Mother's temple.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. They kept to themselves, perched in the mountains near the Forlorn Swords. Then something happened, and suddenly we saw ships arriving near our eastern shores. A couple days later, the tribes took over. One good thing is that the bandits aren't up to fighting with them. One bad thing, we aren't either.
Okay. So anything positive going on around here?
I heard that dew fell down the stairs and didn't break a single bone. So that's a start. Other than that, no, I can't think of anything.
Damn. Okay. So I need a warm coat.
It's for Dan, isn't it? That ungrateful bastard's still on the wall.
Oh, 13%. That's not going to happen. So, although it says like it's green, so now I'm wondering, does that mean that it's already okay? I don't know. I'm not going to risk it.
Disagreement? Sure, you could call it that. And I guess I might have overreacted a bit too. But since Dan is on the wall and I'm here, I couldn't tell him that I get it. The prank and all. And I forgave him a long time ago. Now that I think about it, it was a hell of a prank.
Right. So you're not mad at all?
Well, he was right. I am old. But the inefficient stung a little bit. After all, I did my job well, and his sword is as sharp as Excalibur itself.
So how about the coat?
Well, I may not be angry with him anymore, but that doesn't mean I'll work my ass off so that his doesn't freeze. Here's an explanation of how to make it. Feel free to help him out yourself.
Yeah, okay. So do you have any work for me?
Ha! Friend, I wish. But the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle. But unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it. And I'll have work for you immediately. There's just not enough of them to go around. And now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either. Ever since we lost our great mine, I've been working with scraps sent over here from Camelot.
What happened to your mine?
Which one? 'Cause we had two. Both shut down, unfortunately.
Okay, the one you mentioned, the Great Mine?
Well, that's a good question. But I'm afraid I don't have an answer for you. One day we received an order to set off explosives at the entrance. Some keepers protested. They were asking about the miners inside, but the higher-ups decided to go ahead.
Damn.
They buried the miners alive. Maybe it was for the best, to be honest. The people who worked there was something wrong with them. And the iron they brought out of the mine, there was something wrong with that, too.
What do you mean?
Well, at first, the workers were terrified. They kept telling stories about whispers in the dark and that kind of thing. Then they started saying that when they were mining the ore, well, it seemed to be singing to them. We all assumed they were just overworked, you know, not getting enough sunlight or fresh air. But it was more than that. Things got worse. Some of them went mad. I've heard horrible stories about those miners from my friends who were stationed at the East Gate. The captain had no choice but to hang them all. If you were anywhere close to the East Gate, you must have seen the blood lake. That's where the miners' blood went. At least that's what the stories say.
Why would they do that?
All I know is that ever since they sealed off that mine, there haven't been any more monsters creeping out of it. That makes me happy. Simple pleasures in life, you know.
So what about the other mine?
No, nothing special about that one. You can see for yourself. Its entrance is at the beach near the east gate. With the materials mostly depleted, it made no sense to dig there anymore. We did get some solid iron from there, but that was when I was still young. Wait. Now that I think of it, I might have a task for you. You seem like the kind of person who could wander around this damned island with no fear of getting stabbed by some bandit, right? You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm so bored here. So bored. It would be nice to work on something other than Keeper's Blades again.
So what do you need?
If you happen to wander near the Forgotten Cemetery, keep your eyes open for any old relics. Bring them back, and I might be able to come up with something special for your weapons. Magical, I mean.
So why do you whisper?
It's one of those things that everybody knows about, but nobody talks about openly, you see. I've learned how to infuse weapons and armor with certain powers. It's a family secret passed down from my grandfather, but it's based on ancient druidic magic. It's not something you'd want to advertise here, not with all those Camelot banners hanging around.
Fair. Anything else?
Well, if you're not up for hunting for magical artifacts, you could always bring me some upgrade materials. They can work wonders on your weapons.
And where can I find them?
Basically everywhere. But if you need them, like right now, I'd start in the sunken village. They had a decent workshop there, and I'm sure the bandits didn't loot at all. Not with all those monsters creeping around.
Alright, let's take a look at the shop. And see if he has something of interest. No arrows. Okay. Cracked shield. Right, let's see if we can sell anything. Well, it's unfortunately stolen, so basically no value. No, not really. Oh, the pickaxe would be good, actually. I'm going to buy it so that we can mine. Oh, and then we have some arrows. I'm going to get all of them. Alright. The art of making arrows. Okay. That I need as well. Good to have this recipe. Alright. Let's read. And I think he also gave me another recipe for this ancient scroll. Hermit's diary. I was pretty sure I got also some for fur coat, but maybe not. Well, in any case, where's the workbench where we can craft something? Is it here? Grindstone. Let's see. Okay, so now we can make some arrows. That's good. Very basic wooden arrows, but... And broken ones as well. That requires then less wood. Nice. Well, let's craft ourselves some arrows. Can I go to the maximum or... There we go. But what about this coat? Where was it? Warm coat. There we go. So we'll need 2 pieces of leather. Okay, I can do it for him. Even though I'm going to lose my wolf pelts on that. That would be really good though. But yeah. We need to find some iron ore. But now we have a pickaxe, so I think we should be good. So we needed 2 pieces of leather. Come on. There we go. And now we can make this warm coat for him. Alright, so hopefully he's going to give us something decent for it. Let's see. How about you? Any quests?
You all right, newbie? Have you already been to the refugees? I can't believe they just hanged poor Cole like that.
No, I haven't. Who's Cole?
What a mess. Cole came to us with a group of refugees from some nearby villages. They were looking for shelter from, well, everything that's been happening here. Bandits, the weirdness, the Del Reader, hunger. I was happy Fergus let them in and allowed them to stay. You'll meet them in the village. They live in the buildings up high. But ever since they showed up, a wave of thefts has swept through the village and the keep. Nobody caught the thief in the act, but one of the retired keepers, Tadgan, insists he saw Cole sneaking out of the victims' quarters at night. I don't believe that drunkard. I think taking care of the local community is the duty of the Horns of the South. Wait! If you ever meet Beatrice, poor Cole's widow, please give her these flowers. I know it's not much, but I'd like her to know she's not alone. I support her and the other refugees, and I am sure that there are more of us.
I wonder if he's just a good guy or if he's sweet on her. Right, how about you? Oh, wait.
You're back! Hi!
Ah, shit, this is this guy.
See you next time!
I need to help him retrieve some documents. Alright, let's take a look at... Let's bring him back the coat, actually, since we have it, and then we can continue. This city is not in the best of shapes. Quite a little bit of a ruin. Come on, move. Fuck's sake, man. There we go. Oh, man, I hate, in real life, I hate slow walkers. People that walk slowly are one of the most annoying things in the whole world. And this guy is just blocking the way. Perfect. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Is he not going to move? Okay, great, now he's moving here. Okay, perfect, finally. Wait a second, we had some random spammer in the chat. Okay, now it's all good. Alright, so here's your code.
Thank you, friend. Let me repay your kindness, though I don't have much. I can at least tell you about something I saw a little while ago. It might be interesting for an adventurer like you. See these rocks near the shore? When it gets dark, sometimes I can see a light there. I'm not sure what it might be, though. A bandit camp this close to the Horns? Impossible. The Daliata? No way. They wouldn't hide like that. Maybe something else entirely? It's probably nothing, but maybe you'll find something interesting or valuable there.
Alright. Thanks.
Farewell.
I wonder which rocks he's referring to. I guess there. If he's referring to this place, then I was there, and there's just a bunch of enemies that are also quite fucking hard. The first time I played a little bit of this game, I went there. Or actually, well, a bit by accident. Right, let's go and continue on our way of exploring the town. And I can see we have some quest mark in here, so let's check it out. Okay. Who's that? Oh, that's a cook.
You? Ah, shit. Another mouth to feed. Teargas must have been off his rocker if he thinks I can feed everyone with the little he gives me. I'm serious. If we don't open the keep soon, we'll have to start eating rats. Not that I can't cook them in a way that makes you think it's chicken.
Okay. So are you always this angry?
Good thing you didn't start with calm down, or I'd have shoved my cleaver up your arse. Yeah, I'm pissed off. Because our gracious sovereigns recently decided to let in a bunch of refugees from the villages. They say they're running from the weirdness, but who knows, really? So now I have even more hungry mouths to feed. And since the captain ordered the letdown of our keep, the supplies are dwindling a lot faster than I'd like. Of course, I can make you 1,000 different dishes based on fish and grouts. But come on, even the keepers need some variety in their lives.
Fair. So I can go outside at all. Do you need something specific?
Wow, wow, an adventurer, are you? Ah, I'm good for now. But if you find something interesting, you can drop it off here. And as a sign of goodwill, I'll allow you free reign of my kitchen. If you need to cook something, go ahead.
So can you teach me some recipes?
Oh, this is new. Maybe we'll get along after all. The dimwits here never want to learn, only eat.
Do you have blueberries? Yes. But I think he only has one. How many do I need for... This looks pretty good. Restore 75 health over 60. I'm going to learn this because I think there's a lot of crabs everywhere. And this as well. Sure, why not? Let me buy the blueberry. Okay. Let's see. So now we should have... Oh, I already had it before. Fuck. My bad. But that's a new recipe. And let's see if we can cook this blueberry pie. Recipe, mom's pie, yes. Perfect. Nice. Okay, well, I think we can sell him some of the old recipes. Not for much, but it is something. Since we already learned it. Okay. Well, a lot of running back and forth, but that's usually what happens in the RPG games early on. I don't mind it that much because I really like the style of this game, so even just exploring the town is quite fun. Alright, so here's your pie.
Yes. Still tastes like shit. Exactly how my mother would make it. It's just what I needed.
If you say so.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I really appreciate what you did for me. It's just that every time I doubt my service in the Horns of the South, I need a reminder of why I enlisted.
So your mother wasn't much of a cook.
My mother wasn't much of anything, to tell the truth. She always said I was good for nothing, and that I should be glad she even kept me.
Damn.
And every day she'd bring back home a new uncle. Many of those uncles like to kick me out of my own house when they were drinking and getting busy.
Getting busy.
Then, when she'd sober up and got rid of an uncle, she'd bake me that pie as an apology. It always tasted like shit. If the other villagers hadn't been feeding me, I would have starved to death. Hence the pie.
Alright, so what happened to your mother?
I wouldn't know. When I left my village, I decided to never look back. So I just assumed one of those uncles finally beat her to death.
Gruesome, but okay. Right, so we completed some of the basic quests, and I guess we go further. I don't know where the village actually is. What do we have here? Can't enter. Alright.
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Odrin let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope.
And that's a deep voice, my god. Well, yeah, he was pretty drunk.
Most unfortunate, but that explains why you just strutted into the horns. I'm afraid I'll have to take action. The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know that I'm the quartermaster here. Now, state your business, and please try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see.
I got this pin from a friend. I assume you know what it means.
Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns. And this makes me wonder, what happened to your friend?
We got shipwrecked on the way. I assume he's dead. But I mean, he could have made it, so...
If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with someone well above my pay grade. And that leaves only the captain. However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one. Fortunately for me, this pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to. And let me guess.
Right?
If you have friends among the knights, then you'll be wanting to talk to the captain, right? Well, that ain't happening anytime soon.
Why?
Because I said so. What? Did you really expect that you could just enter our keep and head straight for the captain's quarters? There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there? Anyway,
Fair.
welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home.
So what will it take for you to let me to talk to Captain?
First of all, you have to prove yourself trustworthy and capable. I can't let just anyone into the captain's quarters. He's a very busy man, you see. I don't want to waste his time.
Oh, strength unknown percentage. Well, okay. So what he's doing? Let's get some quests.
The kind that don't want to rest in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been steadily creeping closer from the north, but somehow I doubt it. Seems like the problem lies in the old cemetery. As far as I know, the fog hasn't reached it yet. You could go there and find out what's happening.
Sounds good. I want to go there anyway for the relics. So do you have any idea what might be causing this?
There is a local legend about a dark druid named Slaughter? Slaughter, that was it. He was a necromancer rumored to be able to raise the dead and make them do his bidding. It's quite an old legend, though, so unless he managed to raise himself from the dead, I doubt he's behind this.
I wonder if I can help the druids. It would be really cool to actually align myself with them instead of the Camelot. So can you tell me more about the cemetery?
It's old. From what I've heard, it even predates the Horns of the South. The keepers and the people from the village below used to bury their dead there, but after the flood, it's been pretty much abandoned.
Flood.
Yeah, damn druids. They flooded a village of innocent people just to show everyone they're still in power. Fat lot of good it did them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad we got rid of them. The things they could do were...
So where's the cemetery?
After you leave the keep, just turn left and then stay on the road. Here, I'll mark it on the map for you.
So you didn't send any of the men to
The
investigate?
captain forbade anyone from leaving the keep, so I couldn't. And truth be told, I didn't particularly want to. We don't get many recruits, and you're, well...
Expendable. More capable. Disposable.
Your words, not mine.
Alright, I'll do it.
Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem.
I found a piece of metal with an inscription. Do you know what it
That's
is?
one of our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking on that. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, Bring me their tags. Sure, they're sworn to stay here till the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back.
Well, as long as you're paying. Well, I have some questions. So what exactly are you responsible for here?
I'm Captain Brandon's right hand. He deals with serious matters I don't want to know anything about. I take care of our everyday life.
Alright, so tell me about this place.
Fine then. This is the keep. Anyone sworn in as a keeper lives here, unless they're no longer fit for service. If that happens, they get transferred to the village. Otherwise, they're not allowed to go there without my express permission. So if you ever see any of my boys down there looking shifty, feel free to report them. You're allowed to walk around the keep and the village, but if anyone catches you stealing, I'll take your hands. If you attack any of my men, I'll take your head.
Sounds pretty straightforward. I talked to Orleif. Why can't she leave this place?
Between her and the captain. Were it up to me, she'd be long gone. Her presence here distracts my men.
So if you know Ordran is a drunk, why do you keep him standing at the front gate? That's a very good question, actually. I have no idea why the fuck he was put there.
He's not our first line of defense. The archers are. And no offense, Odron, but let's just say we can afford to lose him.
Damn. Well, having a drunk guard at the front gate is not a very good look.
I'm sure the hordes of visitors clamoring at our gates can survive the insult.
Okay, so what's the story behind that flooded village?
It used to belong to the keep. You could say it was its beating heart. That village was where our lighthouses led the ships, and where the workers lived with their families. Ah, those must have been the days. But then the ships stopped coming, and there were less and less new keepers, and the others left looking for a better life. Until, at last, the sea took most of it.
Is there anything interesting left there?
Depends on your idea of interesting. There's a weird statue with a gong, but I'm not sure how much of it is left. Other than that, probably just damp rubble. I don't know. Ask Marg. I'm pretty sure he just sits there all day instead of hunting. No wonder we've been eating nothing but fish.
So you abandoned it.
What else was there to do? There weren't enough people to live there, and nobody wanted to anyway. Not since the monsters started coming out of the sea. We wiped out most of them, but new ones showed up every now and then. Marg, our hunter, keeps an eye on the place. You can talk to him if you want.
Right.
If you need to rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It ain't a royal chamber, but it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
Alright, thank you. Let's see, who else can we find? That's a cook. Let's see if we can find a village as well. So this is the Excalibur. Oh, okay. So if I interact, if I just take damage. That's a massive fucking sword. What the heck? How big is someone that could wield it? This is captain quarters. I guess I will not be able to go in there. But I mean, try. Maybe we can at least find someone here to talk to. Or some more quests.
Welcome to the Museum of the Horns of the South, the southernmost keep under Camelot's jurisdiction.
We're just writing in the air.
Is Ridderick, and I will be happy to introduce you to the rich history of this fascinating place.
Oh my god, this guy speaks slowly.
History that began 623 years ago with the first keeper, Sewell Firstfoot. I'd also like to bring your attention to our numerous exhibits that are, as I like to say, inanimate witnesses of the history of the Horns of the South.
Such a slow talker, my god. I kind of can't listen to him, but you know, I do want the story. So, right, tell me about the museum.
It began in the year 542. It is the crowning achievement of a group of keepers.
The guy sounds like he's about to drop dead any minute.
Firstfoot. It took them years of tremendous effort to finally open an institution devoted to research and education, worthy of commemorating Sewell's great legacy. The first keeper of the museum was Gladwin Flanagan, who was personally appointed by Captain Berach the Black.
Right, Sel, I think I heard about him.
I don't doubt it. Since Sewell Firstfoot was a remarkable figure, well known to every keeper, drawing on available sources, we can claim with almost absolute certainty that Sewell Firstfoot was the first man who ever set foot on the island of Avalon. As you can
Hence the name, I guess.
guess, that's where his moniker, Firstfoot, comes from.
Right. That's all. He's only famous because he was the first one to get off the ship.
Of course not. That was just the first of his many great deeds. Sewell was an outstanding commander whose strategic mind, bravery, and charisma contributed to our capture of the South from the Four Dwellers. He was also the founder of the Horns of the South, so I can say with absolute conviction that if it were not for Sewell Firstfoot, we wouldn't even be standing here having this conversation.
I wonder what are these like weird artifacts in the air. Looks like some particles, but maybe they are not just rendered properly. Okay, so exhibits. What exactly do you have here?
The museum holds a collection of 72 items of the so-called movable, tangible heritage. The collection includes big and small items that represent the world surrounding the keepers of the Horns of the South from the 1st to the 6th century of the Avalonian era. Here you will find militaria, craft tools, everyday objects, furniture, textiles, coins, religious artifacts.
Okay. So, which exhibits are the most remarkable?
I'd say all exhibits are worthy of your attention, but I could point you to the ones I personally think to be the most notable, or subjectively, of course, the most interesting.
All right.
These would be the items that used to belong to Sewell Firstfoot. We have his signal horn and also his boots. Those boots were the first to touch Avalonian soil.
Sounds like good items to steal.
Worth mentioning is the tableware used by King Arthur himself during his visit to the Horns of the South in the year 15 of the Avalonian era.
Do you have Sewell authentic boots? Can you tell me more about them?
Yes, it's remarkable, isn't it? You can find them in the central display. Sewell's boots were sewn from 3 pieces of tanned calfskin, tied at the top with a leather strap. The seam goes through the middle of the instep, which is decorated with ornamental embroidery. On the outer side of each shoe, you can find a decorative brass buckle with the motif of the Camelotian bear. It is notable that even after 600 years, they are still excellently preserved, which is unusual considering the high humidity in this area. It means that even the keepers of that time must have realized the historical value of Sewell's boots, and therefore made sure to adequately preserve them.
Right, the signal horn. Yes, let's do this.
I'd rather you refrained from inappropriate, childish comments. Now, where were we? Yes. The horn was used by Sewell during wartime, not only for signaling, but also for intimidation. It is 50 centimeters long and made of the horn of an ox. It is the color of yellowed bone, with some ash-gray discoloration on the narrow end. It has a brass mouthpiece and silver fittings on its wider side and at the middle. The shape of the fittings suggests that the horn was hanging on a leather strap, which unfortunately has not survived to this day.
Right, what about 600-year-old plate? It must be so interesting.
Of course it's interesting. I don't understand how it could not be. It's part of our history.
Now he
our
speaks a bit
cultural
faster. Nice.
heritage. But I digress. The tableware is made of tin coated with silver. It consists of a plate, a bowl, and a chalice. The edges are decorated with the motifs of Camelot, a crown and a bear. However, those ornaments are of visibly low quality. That detail, and the fact that those are the only wares from that time that have survived to this day, leads us to conclude that this set was cast specifically for that occasion, and that it was finished by a person unfamiliar with this kind of craft, perhaps a blacksmith or an armorer.
All right. Let's see if we can steal the shoes. Wait, I'm going to save before that. Oh, it doesn't seem like we can actually grab the shoes. That's unfortunate. I was hoping we can steal the artifacts, because the shoes probably could have some nice magical qualities, rather. Right, what do we have here? Okay, it requires a key. And I guess we go here. Anything of interest? Why can't I walk in there? There's a chest that I would like to check out. I mean, I'll take the beef. And the fish. I think always good to have some cooking equipment. Or ingredients, rather. Amphor, that's nothing good. Moonshine, I will take. Not much of a interesting loot, though, to be honest. Well, right. I guess that's it in here. And we should head out. And maybe find this village as well. And then a cemetery. I wonder also where is the hunter? Because I haven't seen him anywhere. But wait a minute. There is also... This is the keeper. There's also this place. Let's check this one out. Oh, what's that? Okay, so there's also someone waiting there. Right, it seems like there is actually quite a lot still to see. What do we have? Alright. Hello?
Bloody seagulls! Can you hear me? You flying vermin! Just try landing here and I'll pluck your asses clean. A keep by the sea. What a great idea that was. And what do you want?
I get that eagles are a nuisance. Big time. Alright, so why are you fixating on them though?
Fixated? Me? Oh, you didn't see what they did to me a week ago. I was just standing watch as usual, and then, suddenly, splat. A dozen of them flying overhead, screeching, shitting and whatnot. So, I yelled what I think about them, shaking my fist. And then another 4, splat. And they kept screeching. I tell you, they're laughing at me. I spent all night cleaning my armor. Sewell didn't think it through when he decided where to put the keep, mark my words.
I guess I don't like what you said about them.
I don't like how you seem to think I'm a fool. So, what now? Should I shit on you for that? I don't think so. I once managed to shoot a few. I thought they'd learned their lesson and wouldn't be flying over here anymore. And guess what they did? They kept shitting. With increased force. Like they're planning it. Vengeful scoundrels. I need to try a different strategy. Find something that will make them feel real terror. Like the way crows are afraid of scarecrows in fields. I'm sure seagulls also have something that scares them. We just need to find out what it is.
Well, I can take care of the problem for a fee.
A fee? I'm not asking you to hunt down a monstrosity from Grubwood or the Sunken Village. Ah, whatever. As you wish. You'll get your fee. You must think yourself an expert, damn you. I just need you to bring me some kind of a bird scarer. They'll learn their lesson and keep away from me.
Alright, do you know anyone who might know something about seagulls?
I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anyone crazy enough to take up something like this. There is one guy in the museum, Riderick. He's supposed to know everything.
Alright, this guy. Alright. So I guess we'll have to visit the museum again. Okay, it seems like I can just take that. Nice. No one seems to be protesting. It's not stealing for whatever reason. That's good. Lots of nice ingredients. Alright. Also this. Okay. Well, they keep talking about like how food is scarce, but then they actually don't mind me just looting everything. Well, don't mind if I do. Alright, let's talk with him and check out if he has something for us.
Watch the feet.
Mine? Yours?
Your feet. And my priceless seedlings. I swear, your nosiness will be the death of you.
Alright. So do you need anything?
Peace and quiet.
Fair. Right, keep the guard on the roof.
It's safe. I can keep an eye on it and chase off the seagulls. And when the weirdness comes, and the dead start rising up from their graves, well then, a rooftop garden is safer than one on the ground.
Fair. Do you have trouble with seagulls?
Sometimes. I wouldn't mind some kind of a bird scarer. I'm way too old to keep waving my arms around.
Who could make such a bird scarer?
Do you ever shut up?
Alright, if you're nicer, I would have helped you.
Then don't help me. If I don't grow anything here, you'll all have nothing to eat but fish.
Fair. So, are you always that welcoming?
Always.
Nice. I like him. Right, what's the point of having a rooftop garden that you clearly don't let anyone into?
Let Rark in. He doesn't talk so much. He's my best friend.
Right, how can you call someone a best friend if you don't like talking?
My hoe in your skull would be worth 1,000 words.
Alright,
I'm Owen, and this is what I do here. You need to talk to plants to help them grow. I'm not going to waste my breath on people.
I like him. Reminds me of Ron Swanson having a best friend because he doesn't talk with him at all. Alright, I think that's everything. Right, let's go and maybe talk with the museum guy. See if we can learn how to make a bird scare. Wait, where was the... There it is, okay. Okay, I can take that as well. Don't mind if I do. Let's see. Oh, shit. Fine. Luckily, I didn't fall. Wood cutting axe. Oh, nice, I can take it. Chopping wood actually will be quite good because... Oh, but I cannot... Am I getting this wood or not? Yeah, I am. Okay, cool. That's really good actually. Because I need it for arrows. Well, that case, I don't need to buy any arrows. Oh, okay, there was only limited wood in here. Well, that's still good. That is still going to be quite a bit of arrows. Perfect. Okay, now we should have... Yeah, 250 arrows. Perfect. I think that should be enough for quite some time. Alright, let's see if he knows. I'd like to ask you about seagulls. Do you know what they're afraid of?
I have to admit that local fauna is not one of my main areas of interest, but I do know the answer to this question, as it is rooted in the history of the Horns of the South. It used to be the case that a significant part of the daily catch was gobbled up by our troublesome coastal neighbors. So the keepers of that time found a very peculiar way to deal with the problem.
Alright, please continue.
Some of them, called the seagullers, scared off the coastal birds using specially constructed masks. They made them from feathers and pieces of tanned pigskin sewn together. The reason the gulls avoided these masks is unclear, but perhaps their peculiar shape reminded them of a natural predator?
Alright. Let's see if we can make this mask. Right, and what do we need for this? Do we have it in here? Yes. That is a spooky looking mask, goddamn. We need 2 pieces of skin and a half feathers. Okay. So there we go. Perfect. Now we can make it. I'm wondering if I should buy 2 actually, or craft 2 for the other guy as well, but I don't know, he didn't seem too interested actually. Let's see. Right.
There you are. Finally. Do you have what I need?
Yes, I do.
This mask. Are you sure?
Yep.
Ah, whatever. Sod it.
Holy shit, he looks
Now,
great,
get what's
creepy.
coming to them. Damn rascals. You can go now.
What the fuck, man? Okay, I think you're forgetting something.
All right, sir. Here, 10 gold pieces.
10?
That'll be enough for you. That's all I have.
Bruh. Next time you need to have that count on me.
Yeah, sure. Take your gold and get lost. You're not going to get anything else here.
I spent more money on the actual items, but oh well. I guess at least I got some experience points. Let's see if there's anyone in here. Okay, some basic stuff.
Were you at the pledge? I didn't see you.
I'm new here. But I'm just passing by, I don't serve.
Yeah. Victory over health.
Very interested.
Honor over life.
Doesn't sound too excited. So you look tired?
Yeah. Bandits, tribes, sodomol. Sleep, damn it, is the worst son of a bitch I ever fought. No sleeping, no. The service is eternal. Where would we be if Seawall took naps all the time? You need to serve. Not.
Okay, so how long have you been awake?
I shut my eyes for about 15 minutes every day. Sometimes 20.
Damn.
Besides, a true keeper doesn't sleep. He keeps watch. The old mother will reward me after I'm dead. But I'm not gonna lie. That potion from Eber, our physician, works miracles. You could stand on the walls all day and night and not even think about closing your eyes.
Did you ask him for more?
What? Listen, pal, I never asked. I just came in the evenings when I was getting sleepy and took it. And then Jan put it somewhere else. Keeper's vigor. Good stuff.
Well, so you were stealing.
Excuse me? Those were local supplies for every keeper. Shit. Maybe I was stealing. Oh, I never thought about it like that. Service.
Okay. But nothing more. Maybe there's someone in there. Oh. Let's see. It's a quite big city, actually. There's a lot to explore in here, and quite a bit of quests to be had as well. But I think Yeah, that covers the walls. Let's visit the tower. And I think after that, I'm going to also just wait until the morning. It's going to be easier to kind of see everything. And probably also get more characters to interact with. As some of them might be sleeping by now. Any loot? No. Okay, how about this tower? Okay, no one here. No, but we can try to steal. Oh. Let's take a look at this thing. All right, jewelry amulet. Nice. Okay, can I... There we go. And let's lockpick this. Okay, I think the other way. Shit. There you go. All right. Oh, okay, we got some upgrade materials. Perfect. That's good. All right, let's go back, find a place where we can rest for the night. These lights look weird. Then again, this game is early access, so those kind of small things are definitely going to get fleshed out as the development continues. But I'm mostly concerned, well, not concerned, but what I care about mostly right now is the core of the game. And so far, I'm having a really good time playing it. The world is awesome, pretty grim, which I find very enjoyable. And also, the dialogues are pretty good. Oh. Oh, this is the fuck, the drunk.
You.
Oh,
You're
shit.
the reason they put me here.
Whoops.
You just wait until they let me out. I'll beat you so hard your own mother won't recognize you. Come a little closer so I can spit in your face.
Damn. Well, you did it yourself.
I don't ask your opinion. I drink 'cause I want to. I drink 'cause guarding the empty gate is the most boring shit in the world. What's this here anyway, huh?
I agree.
Maybe I was drunk, but the gate was guarded. It's not your damn pin. I wouldn't even let you in. But all is not lost. We can still be friends. Listen, just pour something delicious down my throat, huh? And I'll forget this insult. I'm not guarding the
Deal.
gate now, am I? There's nothing wrong with having a little sip, right? Come on, don't be like that. Just a drop. That's all I ask.
Okay, you're right. You can, yep. Let's give him, what do I have the most? I have 5 moonshine. I'll give him some wine, sure.
I knew it, my friend. I knew we could get along. Oh, delicious. You're the best, you know.
Nice. All right, let's go and find a place where we can sleep. Oh, this is the quarters. I think the barracks were here. Hopefully we can find a bed that's still not occupied. Yeah, there. And try to sleep till the morning and... Yeah, so we do 12 hours. Yeah, that's good. Okay, nice. We are well rested. I would like to level up though. The problem is I think you can only level up at the campsite, and I probably can't do a campsite in the city, right? Let's see. Yeah, too close to other objects. Yeah, I don't think we can do it in the city. It's a little bit of a shame that you can't actually level up any other way. That's alright, we can level up after we leave the city. And let's go and explore the other side. I think there's quite a lot still to see. What's this? Ah, this is quarters. Alright. I think there was someone in here, at least last time. Let's see, yep, there we go.
Hey. Hello. Are you also wondering why the heck we need them?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lighthouses. Why the hell are Dara and his workers pushing so hard to build the second one? Is one not enough? Is it because one is less than two and less is worse? I mean, two lighthouses next to each other are almost the same as one, and ships don't even sail this way anymore.
If not two lighthouses, then what?
Two taverns, of course. One to drink in, and the second for when you're already drunk. Ha!
So you mentioned that ships don't sail here anymore.
Aye, why would they? The waters are treacherous, so no ships. Storms and the weirdness are a deadly combination. Besides, who'd have the time to build or repair them? There are enough problems on the island. We don't need more.
Alright, what can you tell me about the Horns of the South?
Well, not much going on here, as you can see. Things have been a bit different lately, due to the refugees. One was even hanged for theft. But I can't say much more as I wasn't there. If you're interested in the Horns, you should visit our museum. You'll learn more about that fella, Swal, or whatever his name is.
And what do you think about the refugees?
What do I think? As long as they follow the rules, they can stay. And if they don't, then they can hang. That's all.
Pretty straightforward.
Saying that there's some other group, probably more dangerous, not so far from here. If they come closer, well, that wouldn't be too good.
The museum?
Aye, it's boring, but at least you don't have to pay to enter. But almost nobody goes there anyway.
Alright. What can one do here?
You can stay here and serve. Sit in the tavern, drink and eat something. If you're looking for an adventure, you'll have to go elsewhere. There's things happening out in the world. But you know something? Here in the south, everything happens late. It's a big world out there, and a small one right here.
Alright, nothing really interesting from this guy. See any loot? No, not really. Okay, so we can go down here, or we can go with the bridge to these two buildings, which I think that's what I want to do first. Let's actually take a look at the map and see what do we have here actually. This is Creed. And where is the cemetery? This is Eastgate, this is Gallows, Blood Lake. This is the repayments. This is probably cemetery then. Maybe at least. I would think so. Right. Yeah, let's go explore a bit more before we go out of the city. And I think that the first stop will be cemetery, since we can do 2 quests there. Both the one for the blacksmith and for the chief of the guards. But let's see here first. I really like those, how the city is constructed. Looks pretty cool. Although, with my fear of height, I would never fucking cross a bridge like this. No fucking way, man. Alright. Anywhere I can go up here, or not really? Oh, shit. Oh. Not really. I guess we have to just cross through here. Let's see if there's anyone in the lighthouse. And if not, then we go down. Find Creed. Pretty atmospheric as well, you know, like the vibe. And this is so cool. I really like that there's a lot of like massive monuments in this world. I think that really looks super cool. Brings this like feeling of, I don't know, you are like a small, meaningless dude. Okay, we cannot enter the lighthouse. Well, that's a bit of a shame. I was hoping maybe talk with someone in here. But apparently no. So I guess we just go down. Nothing to explore here. Let's go down to the shore, talk with Creed, and then after that, try to find the cemetery. I also know that like I think like how this game is constructed, you basically have different regions and you unlock them. So basically, like you start in one place, you kind of are free to explore, but you can't really go out of the region, and then you can kind of move to the next region. And I think in this early access, you have 2 regions plus the prologue that's available to you. So, you know, a decent amount of content. The game is also, I think, supposed to release this year, so let's also hand in the quest. We could do the upgrade. Oh, okay. That is expensive as fuck. Holy shit. And it's also not that good of an upgrade. I'm not sure that upgrades are really worth much. I do want to get more wood, though, because that wood is arrows. And if I don't have to buy the arrows and I can just craft them, it's perfect. Oh, shit. Okay. That is a bit annoying. Okay, I guess I guess that's how we're going out. Hopefully. Okay, perfect. I was worried I'll get stuck for a minute, but luckily no. Moving in here, no. Yeah, I think that's where the Creed is. It's another guide for us to talk with. Also, is that the village or